Stay tuned as we uncover the world's most valuable reads. Hi, this is Sally's Book Club. I'm Lynn Bohu. Today's featured book, The Space Tycoons, is a fresh off the press English title from March, not yet available in China. Just from the title, you can guess it's about space exploration. It focuses on the emerging hottest frontier, private space exploration. Space enthusiasts might immediately think of Elon Musk, the real-life Iron Man of Tesla, and Jeff Bezos, Amazon's founder and world's richest man. The book thoroughly explores these two visionaries' cosmic ambitions. By the way, author Christian Davenport is actually a senior reporter at The Washington Post. True to the newspaper's style, the book excels at uncovering intricate details, vividly chronicling the evolution of private space ventures, how space exploration transitioned from being exclusively government-run mega projects to today's burgeoning era, where private companies are actively reshaping the industry. But beyond the famous poster boys, Musk and Bezos, there's another crucial figure. Though less renowned, his contributions to commercial space exploration deserve recognition. And his name, Andrew Beale. But don't mistake Beale for some glamorous space pioneer. That's where most get it wrong. The book's opening scene finds him in Las Vegas casinos, where he's known as the Whale, referring to high-stakes gamblers who bet fortunes. Beale's gambling appetite is legendary, even among professional poker elites. While typical bets range $80 to $160, Beale would open with 8,000 wagers. With nerves of steel and legendary poker face, he's won single hands worth $5 million. But beyond gambling circles, this Beale guy is also a business prodigy. At age 11, he and his uncle bought a broken TV for $1, fixed it, then rented it out for $40. By 19, he purchased a house for $6,500 and rented it out for $119 monthly. And talk about business acumen. And this was before college. He later attended Michigan State University. Though he eventually dropped out, his real estate flipping had already made him a millionaire by then. During the 80s savings and loan crisis, he defied conventional wisdom. While others avoided finance, he invested $3 million to start his namesake bank. Within just a decade, Beale Bank's assets surpassed $1 billion, becoming one of America's most profitable financial institutions. Despite early wealth, Beale refused to be confined by monetary pursuits. The gambling we mentioned, just surface level. What truly fascinated him was the mathematical probability behind betting. The truth is, Beale's a genuine math enthusiast. In 1993, he proposed the Beale conjecture, sometimes translated as Bill conjecture, offering $1 million prize for its proof. To this day, it remains unsolved. As a life winner, Beale then turned his gaze to space. He saw market potential, but also cared about humanity's ultimate fate, fearing we might follow dinosaurs' path. Thus, he believed we need methods to colonize other planets in our solar system. Despite opposition, he founded Beale Aerospace in 1997. He recruited talent and self-studied every relevant textbook. But Beale's concerns about the company kept growing. Surprisingly, his main worry wasn't technical challenges or cosmic dangers, but the federal government. Back then, even in market-driven America, the government maintained ironclad control over space exploration. Beale's company lasted 3 years. By 2000, he had personally invested $200 million without receiving a single cent from military or NASA funding. The latter reserved preferential treatment for longtime partners like aerospace giants Boeing and Lockheed Martin. In 1999, Beale took his grievances to Senate hearings. He argued the government was essentially predetermining competition winners. Governments should purchase services, not help specific companies build rockets. When Beale Aerospace shut down in October 2000, both the man and his namesake company exited the space stage. As a private space exploration pioneer, Beal's story became ambitions thwarted before takeoff. Yet we mention him today because his advocacy laid crucial groundwork for subsequent players. Now comes the book's second heavyweight. A modern Iron Man, Elon Musk. Who exactly is this guy? Tesla EV enthusiasts will recognize him immediately. Quick bio: born in South Africa, moved through Canada before earning dual degrees in economics and physics at UPenn. At 24, Musk entered Stanford for material science and applied physics. Impressive credentials, but he dropped out on the second day to start his first business. Musk's initial fortune came from PayPal, the US version of Alipay. Actually, since PayPal predates Alipay, it's more accurate to say Alipay followed PayPal's model. So, thus, Musk's first windfall came from what became Alipay's precursor. With this capital, Musk ventured into automotive and solar energy, founding Tesla Motors and Solar City. But now he's merged these two companies through strategic maneuvers. Of course, another crucial label. Elon Musk is also CEO and CTO of SpaceX, the space exploration company you hear about in news. Serving as CTO at a rocket company especially reveals Musk's technical obsession. We'll circle back to this later. The book highlights how Musk's personality was forged through a pivotal childhood event. Being bullied in South African school, even thrown downstairs, requiring hospitalization. This adversity forged his relentless spirit against injustice, fueling his combative approach to challenges. The book details SpaceX's early struggles. Though gradually gaining NASA's attention, SpaceX faced immense hurdles like Beal did in an era dominated by government space programs. Even emerging private companies often had NASA ties, like SpaceX competitor Kistler Aerospace, translated as Jacile Aerospace. Their key asset was leader George Mueller, whose NASA influence was all-encompassing. How entrenched was his authority? Starting in the 1960s, he transformed President Kennedy's impossible moon mission into reality. In 1971, President Nixon awarded him the National Medal of Technology, cementing his legendary status in the Apollo era. Later, Mueller helped design NASA's first space station and space shuttle, earning him the title Father of the Space Shuttle. This man was practically a deity within NASA circles. After retiring from NASA, he took over this company. In 2003, the company faced financial collapse, teetering on bankruptcy. But hiring Mueller as Kistler CEO granted them VIP access to NASA. In 2004, NASA awarded them a $227 million contract without bidding. Wow, that's no small potatoes. Directly to their hands. This $227 million deal infuriated Musk, who sued both Kistler and NASA. Following Beal's playbook, Musk took the battle to Capitol Hill. At a Senate hearing about private space exploration's future, Musk hijacked the platform to air his contractual grievances. Senators objected, calling contract disputes inappropriate for the forum. Undeterred, Musk bombarded the hearing with evidence of NASA's non-competitive contracting. Exposing NASA's dirty laundry like this was cathartic for the public. But make no mistake, Musk was gambling SpaceX's entire future. NASA was essentially the only customer for space companies. Antagonizing your sole client, that's business suicide 101. Ironically, NASA had started noticing SpaceX through their high-profile moves, even sending an official to inspect their facilities. If SpaceX played nice, NASA might have thrown them some crumbs later. This NASA inspector actually became SpaceX's ally and Musk's mentor within the agency. The official even leaked details about Kistler's NASA dealings, advising Musk to look the other way. Musk burned this bridge by exposing their private emails as legal evidence. Pretty shady move against a friend, right? The book quotes Musk's defense: "When fighting for justice, collateral damage is justified." This statement perfectly encapsulates Musk's take-no-prisoners approach. Shockingly, the Government Accountability Office, GAO, sided with SpaceX. They forced NASA to cancel the contract, an unprecedented victory. This fair competition win earned SpaceX public support. Though NASA initially froze out SpaceX post-lawsuit, relations eventually thawed. Unlike Thiel's tragic exit, Musk pried open the space industry for private companies, but qualifying for the race in Nice winning it. Surviving against decades-old aerospace giants, nearly impossible. Musk's business genius proved crucial here, combining showmanship with viral marketing, like displaying SpaceX's Falcon 1 rocket prototype on Washington, D.C.'s National Mall in 2003. These attention-grabbing stunts forced NASA to take notice. At every public appearance, Musk never missed chances to preach his vision. Building cheap, reliable rockets, making humanity multiplanetary, reuniting cosmic enthusiasm, and colonizing Mars. Pay attention to Musk's personality. Beyond relentless idealism, his Iron Man persona features radical transparency. He openly shares ambitions and blueprints with anyone, anytime. In 2006, he convened a summit of space industry titans to discuss the field's future. This became a legendary who's who gathering. Jeff Bezos, more on him later, and other heavyweights all attended. At the summit, Musk personally led factory tours and answered technical queries for hours. Remember, these were industry experts, yet Musk held nothing back. This equal parts transparency and supreme confidence became his trademark. But Musk's success wasn't just hype. It's backed by substance and relentless execution. His obsession and technical prowess became SpaceX's foundation. The book portrays Musk as a workaholic micromanager hiring fellow obsessives. His philosophy, work-life balance is impossible. He works 18-hour days expecting similar dedication from employees. His leadership style is notoriously intense, famous for berating employees over minor issues. But beyond the temperament, Musk's space management has effective methodology. Simply put, an engineer-centric obsession bordering on paranoia. He often cites signal-to-noise ratio, originally an electrical engineering term. It measures information quality. Higher signal, lower noise equals better quality. In Musk speak, engineers are the signal, non-engineers are corporate noise. High S&R means maximizing engineers while minimizing other departments' influence. This explains SpaceX's cult-like engineering supremacy. Such focus eliminates bureaucracy while fostering innovation and autonomy. Musk even allows employees to walk out of irrelevant meetings without consequence. This creates a no-nonsense, sleeves-rolled-up work culture. The book describes Musk's team as hyperactive children, insatiably curious and borderline insane. Now contrast this flamboyant Musk with his polar opposite, Jeff Bezos, the other space titan who operates in stealth mode. When we think Bezos, commercial success first comes to mind. As Amazon's CEO, he's been Earth's richest person since 2000s with 100 billion plus net worth. But like Musk, Bezos shares this innate cosmic ambition. To be precise, Bezos's space obsession began with watching Armstrong's 1969 moon landing broadcast. At just 5 years old, he absorbed the historic significance through his family's charged atmosphere during this watershed event.